And now, direct from the International Blind Cafe, welcome to The Cauldron.
Oh my gosh, those dad jokes are so the best. I just love them. Oh, hi everybody. Welcome to the Cauldron. Um, my name is Julie and I'm here with
Hi, I'm Elizabeth.
Hey everyone, I'm Morgan.
Hi, it's Stephanie here. Hey
and
guys,
sorry, Steph, go ahead.
I was just going to ask a question that we kind of touched on last week. Organization. Is it harder? Were you always organized? What do you do to make your everyday lives easy for you guys? One of the things that I find now is everything needs to be labeled and in its place. And I have a really nifty gadget called the Pen Friend. It labels and it reads it back to you. And I don't think I could even cook or have my pantry or, the stuff in my bedroom if I did not have this device. Even sorting laundry, because you can tag your clothes. I think it's amazing. And also, I'm very minimal now on colors and types of things so that I can keep everything like all sheets are white. I don't need to worry about all sheets are white now on my bed. Everybody gets a white sheet. So these are just a few things that I do. I don't know. What do you guys do?
How does the
You
pen
know,
friend work?
yeah.
Okay. Well, it looks like a big fat marker and it's got 3 buttons. It's very easy on off and it'll say you put the sticker on and it will tell you to record and then you will label like if I'm doing my soup, I'll be like Progresso chicken noodle soup. And then you move the pen away and then when you go later on, you have to touch the little dot and it'll read it to me. And there's some that are also washable or that can be in the washer. I don't think I could wash my clothes and put my stuff away if I did not have it. I mean, I label my spices, perfect. You just touch it and you can record over them. You can use them again too if you want to.
Yeah.
It's very handy. It really is.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I love it.
organizing your pantry.
Yeah.
That sounds. I use the braille. Like I recently, almost a year ago now, I started learning braille. I tried before 3 times actually and failed abysmally. And then because of the International Blind Cafe, Appreciate brought Hadley Braille to our attention. And I mean, I'm so proud of myself that I've got this far.
That's
But
awesome.
Hadley also provided, once I'd learned, all the letters, they provided free of charge a brailler. So I braille and label all my spices and stuff. But to have a pen friend that it can be moved from one, that sounds even better.
Yeah. I love it. And you can get it on Amazon and there's the original. And then they do have like a lesser, like a knockoff, but
Yeah.
but it's something you're going to use every day. I use it every day, at least once a day when I'm trying to get organized.
I have the knockoff one, and it's very similar. I do all my cans and spices too, and the cans I actually got a roll of little magnetic tape and cut it
Yeah.
into strips and put the labels on it so I can reuse them. But spices, I think it's really important because, I mean, you can only sniff so many spices and your nose goes
Yeah,
into
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
spasms.
You know what
I
I heard
accidentally did
once? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say, I accidentally sniffed too much black pepper. I thought my nose was going to fall off. I'm like, oh my God. Because I was so lazy to go get the pen fun. And I just like took a big whiff. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that again. And that hurt so bad. Yeah. Don't be lazy. Can't be
I
lazy.
heard, it's the same as when you're smelling different perfumes if you're going to find a perfume, right? And they give you the coffee beans to clean your sinuses. I heard that if you sniff the inside of your elbow, that clears your sinuses just like coffee beans will.
Oh,
So
that's
if you
interesting.
are one of those that are still sniffing your spices before you realize the importance of organization, sniff the inside of your elbow in between each one.
I've never heard of
Oh,
that. I'm
For
going to try
me,
it.
all the spices are organized, they're in the same place, but I always second guess myself. So I always use my mom's eyes, and I'll be like, what's this? You know,
Yeah,
because
Right.
I don't have a pen friend and I don't use Be My Eyes because I'm lucky enough to have a sighted person living with me. So I just use their eyes.
Oh, yeah.
what about if
no,
you have someone in your household that's not organized and doesn't put things back where they were in the first place? Like, that's very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a story about that. Recently, I was in the shower and my mom had moved the shampoo. And I kid you not, it took me 2 minutes, like a minute to find the bottle first, and then another minute of going, okay, there's two bottles that have like those pump handles. Which one is shampoo and which one is conditioner? And I had to smell them and like feel the consistency. And it took me two minutes out of my shower just trying to figure out because she moved it.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Don't move our stuff.
So
yeah, just leave things where they are.
Yeah.
that happened to me several years ago. We had one child still living at home, and so the three of us were sharing, the shower. And every time I'd pick up the shampoo, what I thought was the shampoo, and it was the conditioner. And I don't buy over the counter shampoo and conditioner. I buy it from the salon. So it's not cheap. And I've been running out of conditioner because I was using it without realizing it wasn't the shampoo.
Oh,
And
no.
I said one day that, honest to God, a rubber band saved my husband's life because I was ready to stick a great big butcher knife in his back. Like, stop switching them around. Leave
Yeah.
them where they are. So now there's always a rubber band around my shampoo bottle.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even if,
Yeah.
the grandkids come or anybody, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I put one of those bump dots, like all the conditioner, or most of the products are mine anyways. All the conditioners have the little bump raised thing, like right on by the top, and then shampoo I leave alone. And most of my stuff are like in our shower caddy, and my husband fortunately keeps his like not actually in our bathroom, like we have like a spare room, so because he knows don't move the stuff.
Yeah.
Don't move the stuff. I mean, and it's hard when you are living with somebody else and he isn't the neatest
Yeah.
and it's just human nature. He doesn't mean to do it. And when I'm lazy during the day, I'll be like, what's this say? because I want to do it fast. What is this? What
Yeah.
is this? What is this? You
I
know?
agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the members in the International Blind Cafe had mentioned she just scored the top of her shampoo or conditioner with a knife so she could feel the difference.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one too.
Yeah,
So
that's
there's
a
lots
good
of different
idea too.
ways, but I think everything needs to be in its place. And I think as blind and visually impaired people, we need to have a good memory too, because when you take
Oh,
the lids off things, you need to remember where you put the lid.
Yeah.
And everything on the counter has to be, in the same order and,
Yes.
in the same
so you
spot.
can find it.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Were
But
you
I
this
always was
organized before, sight loss ladies?
Yes, I
No.
was.
No, I wasn't. I'm organized chaos. Yeah,
I was very organized, and
not
I
me.
love my husband, but I'd kill to have my own bathroom, and I had to learn to share. And I like being organized and everything being very neat and in their place. So yeah, so it kind of still try to stay that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
In my,
very unorganized. Oh, sorry, Elizabeth.
no, go ahead, Morgan. Yeah.
I was very unorganized, but now like my medicines are in a little basket, and I can like name off each one in a row, so I know which ones they are, right? So I know
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
what meds are where, and they're in the right order. And if
Yeah.
my mom knocks them over, it's this whole thing, about hey, we got to reorganize them. They got to go
Yeah.
in the right order, and I'm also organized chaos,
Yeah.
Julie.
Yeah.
My room is like my phone only has three places it goes: bedside table, on my pillow, or out in the living room on a Kleenex box beside the couch. So I always know it's either in one of three places.
One of three places. Yeah. Mhm.
Morgan, have you heard of script talk?
No, I have not.
So, script talk, you can get a hold of your local drugstore in North America. It came from the States, but it is available in Canada. And it's a little almost like the size of the old fashioned answering machines. And your prescriptions, your vitamins, everything will have a little label on them. You put it on this machine, this little device, and it tells you what the prescription is, how many refills, who the doctor was that prescribed it, when you're supposed to take it, and the phone number of the drugstore so you can call for refills.
That's amazing.
It's brilliant, and it's free of charge to the clients of the drugstores. Um, it's wonderful. It also is available as an app on your phone. So you can use it as an app on your phone without getting the device.
Oh.
Myself, I'm a blister pack. My drugstore, every month I go get my prescriptions and they're put into a blister pack. Because it's just, I find it the easiest. But yeah, Script Talk is SCRIPT Talk. It's brilliant.
And is
Absolutely
that
brilliant.
something your pharmacist you'd have to talk to them about it?
Yes, most
Okay.
drugstores do have that as a service. And if they don't, just talk to them and they can approach the company and get that service. And like I said, it's free of charge.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of that, but that is something to look into for sure. Wow. Yeah, I mean, because you don't want to mess up
Oh
medication.
gosh,
I'm
no.
always so paranoid. Like I'll use every device I have to make sure it's like ibuprofen and not like something. You know what I mean? Like completely different, and it's like you're taking it because
Yeah.
things do get jumbled up sometimes. And we all have those. We all have the junk drawer and the junk cabinet, or we
Oh
try
my
to
gosh.
keep everything. You know.
I've got a junk room. Actually, I've got one of the most beautiful people in my life, Sharon, and her daughter are coming to visit at the end of April. And it's like, oh my God, I got to get the junk room organized so they can sleep in it. So
Sometimes you
I'm really happy that we're having this conversation because it really is something I struggle with is organization. Yeah.
I'm also a big fan of Rubbermaid bins or any type of bin that I can put like winter clothes, and then I switch
Yes.
out my summer clothes, like all our pictures. Like I try to keep, I just, my mementos. We have my stepson's bedroom when they come visit. I guess that would be like my husband's room slash kind of a storage, but I have bins galore. It just, if they're contained, I just feel better. But I was always a nut like that. Like I didn't like stuff on the floor, and
So how
I
do
mean,
you label the bins though, Steph? With your pen friend
yeah.
or?
So I'll just take a little dot, and then it'll be like Stephanie's winter clothes, and then it'll be like
Okay.
Brendan's winter clothes, and then like I have decorations. It'll just be like, Christmas decorations, Easter decorations, and they're different size bins. And after
Yeah.
a while, I even remember where I keep them. Like Elizabeth touched on it. I think we'll always have really good memories because we're constantly challenging our memories because we do have to remember things. You know what I mean? In more order than somebody else who could just glance and look and go, oh yeah, it's over there.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore,
You know what's the worst though is when you have stuff organized and then someday you go, oh, I think I'll move this to somewhere better when it's been in that place for years. And then you're like,
Forget where you moved it.
where is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
before we got to the point where our site was no longer useful enough, how did you organize things? Like, I know I always had in my pantry, say, for instance, in the kitchen, my soups are all in one row and canned vegetables are in another. And was there anything like that you found really useful when you were just at the beginning of sight loss? Like a lot of us have been and are?
I think it starts out that way,
Yeah.
organized, but then it doesn't take long for my cupboard to get messed up again for some reason.
Oh yeah, mine too.
Is the reason your husband and children? Elizabeth?
No, I think it's me.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well,
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
I have no empathy. Sorry, dear. It's your fault.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I do have a little trick I wanted to share with everyone for organizing my fitted sheets because if you don't have like a king size bed, then it matters, top and bottom and width wise where everything goes. So if you can figure out like, okay, this is the two bottom or two top corners, and you can sew different feeling fabrics right onto the seam, and then I can go into the laundry room and then where we keep our linens and feel and be like, okay, this is one of my sheets for my bed. And then I know, okay, I feel it and I'm like, okay, this is the bottom or it can be the top. So I don't have to try to, because I can't look at it and be like, okay, where are the seams? Is this the right place, width wise? So it's just a little trick that my mom figured out for me, and now I use it on all my fitted sheets.
That's a great idea.
God, that is a really good idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
How
Because
often
it's
do you
worse
struggle with the
than
bed?
yeah, you're making the bed and you get the two ends on, and then you realize, shit, it's not going to stretch to the other side.
Yeah,
because you got it on upside down or whatever. That is a good idea.
That is great.
Yeah. Well, that's where I used to have the sheets that some were striped, and some had a little flower. Now it's like white sheets. You can't
You
screw up
know,
white sheets. They're white. That's it.
I heard you say that before, Steph, and I
Mhm.
thought, oh my gosh, that's what I've got to do. Because I
It's
said
just,
to my
yeah.
husband the other day, I've got odd pillowcases to the sheets. And he's like, what does it matter?
Yeah.
Well, it matters to me.
Yes.
Even though I can't
Yeah.
see
Oh
it.
my God. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that
It matters
whole
to me.
perception, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just stick with white now, and it's easier.
Yeah.
If someone could just teach me now, how do you fold the fitted sheet, then
Yeah.
life would be, because that's a mystery for everybody. I don't care who you are. It's like, how do you
Oh
fold
my
that
God.
thing?
I even tried following, I think, oh my gosh, I can't remember her name. That's awful.
Martha
The lady
Stewart.
that went, yes, thank you. Martha Stewart. She had a YouTube video on how to do it, and I got so discombobulated. I ended up folding myself in the middle of the sheet. No, it didn't work for me.
It's hard.
So, one of the things that I also find um, a struggle is our eldest daughter and her husband are in the military. So they're constantly being posted somewhere else. And every time my husband and I go visit, because, nothing's as important to us as being Nana and Papa, I find it hard to be in somebody else's house and being productive and helpful.
Oh yeah.
So there are certain things that I take with me to help with that. But what about the rest of you? Do you guys ever feel like that?
Yes, I
Yeah.
do. Um, the only two houses that I will say I know from when I did have sight is my parents and my sister. But
Yeah.
when I go there, and if I stay, I mean, I have like every single thing that I may need, so as not to ask her like, do you have this, or and also like I'll tell her where I need to sleep, not in the upstairs bedroom where they remodeled up there. It confuses me, so I'll be like, no, I'm fine on the couch. Let me stay here. But
Yeah.
I do feel bad, like at holidays or at birthdays when I can't get up and help clear plates like I used to, and help
Yeah.
help the hostess, and it's so, God, I feel like sometimes just like such a slug.
Yeah.
I do, like I'm almost apologizing. Like, I'm so sorry. It's
Yeah.
hard sometimes. I don't know.
It
Yeah.
makes you feel like you're a burden.
Yeah.
But I do find that if I say, okay, you know what? I'm very comfortable doing ABC,
Mhm.
then my family will not find that task, but assign me to that
Mhm.
task.
Right.
Because like last year when we went home to England, my eldest sister, I said to her, look, I'm quite capable of washing dishes. I'm not going to break anything. I promise. Like there are certain things that
That we could
I
do.
feel
Right.
like we can do. Yeah. I'm
Mhm.
not going to cook a whole meal in somebody else's kitchen because that's going to be faster. But
Yeah.
I can peel
Yeah.
potatoes, I prep vegetables, like,
Mhm.
like I just, yeah, there are certain things that, but I think we need to step up more and say, I, this is what I want to do.
Right. How
That's
small
what
task
I'm going to
that
be
we
in
can
charge
help.
of. Yeah.
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 I
Because
think
otherwise
it's
I find we're just sat in the chair in the corner.
yeah.
No,
And when people see you in your own house, like we've been in our house for 24 years and I know every nook and cranny, and
Yeah.
people don't, you don't seem visually impaired or anything. You can do everything, but take me out of my comfort zone.
Yes.
And I feel helpless.
I agree. I'm not blind in my house, but
Me
I'm
either.
as blind as that in somebody else's house. However, I might be as blind as a bat, but I've got the hearing to match. And that's what's hard, is when you hear the comments.
Yes. Yeah.
But no, we can, appreciate my abilities instead of focusing on my disability, and we'll get along just fine.
Yep.
Yeah. That's why I prefer to have holidays and things at my own house. I host Thanksgiving for 28 people, and they're like, how? It's like, I'm very organized, and I know my house. Like you said, I know every inch of my house. I can walk seamlessly, and I will ask people, this chair right here closest to the kitchen, can you please leave this chair open for me? This is where I'm going to sit, because you just have to be organized like that. And I know where I positioned everything and where all the dishes go and whatever I'm using. It may take me 2 days to get ready or even more, but I do it. And, I like it better than going to someone else's house. So,
And the same in the bathroom. Like we said, don't switch the shampoo and conditioner. Leave the body wash in the same position. Like the toothpaste is the same place. Like it's just organization. But Steph, you mentioned earlier about even in your closets and stuff. We haven't touched on that, have we?
No, and that is also a very big part of organization. And if you're interested, I'll tell you more about what I do with my clothes and my makeup with my pen friend next time we talk.
I'd love that. I'd love that, because that's something that's very important to me, and I'm finding it harder and harder.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it's kind of like eating away at my self-confidence. You know what I mean, girls?
Yeah.
So, that'd be awesome. So it's your pen friend, hey, that you use in your bedroom as well with your clothes?
Yes. I use it for every aspect, from my shoes to my makeup to my jewelry, because I still want to look my best even if I can't see it. It matters to me, so.
Oh, I'd love to continue this next time. Sure.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Ladies, as always, it's been a joy. Absolute pleasure.
If you'd like to continue this conversation, we invite you to join us in the Cauldron on the International Blind Cafe Discord server and the Facebook group.